Yeah, we have another film that we're in development on that's taken from a novel written by my father called The Boy Next Door. The film will be called A Killing Kind, and it's an in-depth study of the mind of the psychosexual serial killer. So it's not a who done it, it's more of a why. Like what gets in the mind of someone to do these heinous acts. So we've got. I mean, I think that will definitely be a through line for us at Trio is developing great literature into film. There's a documentary that I could mention that's out now. It's streaming. It's called Skin: The History of Nudity in Film, and it's also a very in-depth study starting at the silent era, or silent movie era, all the way to the modern day hashtag Me Too movement, and how nudity has played a role in cinema, and how, as it relates to society in America and Europe, how we as artists have felt about interacting in that realm. And it's very well done. So worth checking out. What I loved about this documentary is, there's so much to be said about how we express ourselves and through our physicality, and what does that represent to us with our own makeup and our history of being who we are, and how does it relate to the character? What type of film is it? What's our decision-making process around it? And it becomes a very personal decision, and it also becomes a very societal decision, a cultural decision, a statement or not, how you choose to do it or when or if not. And I think in the end of the day, I think that we as a culture put a lot of shame around something that there doesn't need to be shame about. And perhaps in what you're speaking of, there's a certain liberation that happens around that, done in a beautiful, artistic way. And I think that can bring a lot of peace, not just on a physical level, but on an emotional level and on a visceral level of self-acceptance.